What is good, family? What is good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Please make sure to throw those A's in the chat. If you can hear your boy speak, go ahead and throw those A's in the chat right away. What is good, family? Oh, man, if you could only hear the bullhorn on the other side, YouTube can't actually hear that, dude, but it would be incredible if they did, right? What is up, Ian Tucker, my bro? Thank you so much for participating over there. What's up, Alex? Good to see you. Bosco, what is up? Joe H, Sebastian, my team, dude. Always good to see you. Little AR, what's up? How's it going, Damon? Man, oh man, did we have an interesting day in the market today, guys. Another massive top out on Nvidia. Jeez, like what is it doing, right? Well, I've been starting to hear some outlandish numbers out there, and I will tell you that they don't sound they're probably not mathematically impossible. You heard it right. I actually heard someone mention a potential $2,000 target for Nvidia, and I mean, come on, guys. I will tell you this: there is no sign of any bearish movement here. So you're looking at a daily close of 927.67 and a post-market huge gap up, almost 20 points at 946.69. Dude. And I will say, for those of you who do have, I'm not sure if this is going to push the markets up really hard, right? So for those of you who are holding, Joe, here you go, buddy. If you are holding any of these contracts still right on Meta, maybe consider risk off at the moment you open the markets, right? So if just in case they're there, I would really hate to see Nvidia push this thing to the upside. I did see that we got a nice little push to 11, right? To 511. But from there, and even, it looks like we even got a 509.84. So I definitely hope that we can actually not experience a massive pump due to the shock that this, Nvidia can put at the open tomorrow, right? So Nvidia is looking a little frothy, and I will say that they're again, I'm telling you, it's while it does appear to be overextended, it's kind of disconnected from that overextension now. What I mean by that is that you're just look at this 12-hour time frame. Let me do a reversion variant here, right? So this is the biggest expansion like you could have gotten, and it's lifting levels, right? So if the only way to really kind of look at this would be to extend price action into deeper standard deviations, right? So if we're let me see. Oh man. You know what? I think I probably could manipulate this with my original algorithm, right? So in this case, let's see if we can get this to be a standard deviation multiplier of maybe 4, right? So, okay, 4 standard deviations takes you to around 1,041 on the daily, and let's do 3 standard deviations instead. There we go. So this is topping out at around 976. So around, I would say 980 to that 4 standard deviation pop off, right? That could be I don't know, an area for a serious pullback, right? I mean, honestly, I see in people's eyes, this is clearly beyond anyone's expectations already. It's so damn frothy. So I think that maybe at that 1,000 mark there could be a really deep retrace, right? But I'm not sure that it's going to be done. I'm not sure that it's going to be over, right? So this could actually just pull back and continue, right? But the way to identify that potential is to observe volatility as we move up, right? So maybe like on an hourly candle or even a 30-minute candle, right? You're going to start noticing huge volatility, right? Mega candles, right? Up and down. Like you're going to start noticing a real battle. and that's a symptom for a sell-off, right? So Joe H is saying, Arca, I see Meta much differently. I'll consider your take though, dude. Me too. I mean, this is obvious, right? It's obvious that Nvidia pushed even further up, and Meta still kind of it still didn't agree with Nvidia's upside, right? Yeah. So Sebastian, the actually check this out. The call options that I was talking about yesterday to the Arca Bulls trading team, those call options, when we were looking at them, they were worth around, I think they were worth about $250 per contract. I think they're worth now around 900 each. Right, so there's a huge percentage to the upside that the 1,000 strikes from March 15th, they experienced a huge IV pump, and those are the ones that I was suggesting, right? So, yeah, they are way up there, right? So, as the price action goes up, of course, it's going to start pushing many contracts into the money, which means that much more positive gamma and positive delta is coming in, right? So huge gamma ramp right now, man. This is big time. And I will say to please be careful as you start to approach those high volatility moves, right? So yeah, if I would have played those options contracts that I spoke of yesterday at the 1,000 mark, yeah, I would have been deep in the money here, over 200% for sure. Big difference on those contracts that I spoke to you guys about. Now the put contracts, sure, if you want to start getting puts, maybe do them with time, right? Don't do them so close to expiry. Make sure to give yourself some leeway so that you can get yourself risk management that way, right? Some time. So, but yeah, and Nvidia looking really frothy here, man. So, Ian, you got 2 YOLO SPY puts and a call for tomorrow. Which one gonna make me money? Well, let's take a look at the SPY and see how that behaved, right? Because it continued on to a new high, and guess what? Look at our take profit target. So the entire play worked out just like we said. All right, team. So check this out. We were observing here. Here, or I forgot exactly where it was, right? That we were going to potentially drop into 3 areas, right? Two areas in particular. These 2, and we had the backup supply, the backup demand zone with a potential inflection, right? So the inflection would be, if we break this, we're going to fail it, right? So we got the entry 1, 2, and number 3, right? Just like we spoke of, right? We got the resistance that we looked for right up here. We retraced, just like we said, back into the 2 zones, and then got the blast off here all today to take profit at our very mark right up here at 515.77. Look at price action reach 515.89 from our 515.77 target that we're observing, and there is still potential to get us back into this area here, right? So the full extended move is actually to the 2.272 at 517.32, so to the 517.32, right? So just in case. DSR, what is up, buddy? So you're saying why does it say sell but it keeps going up? What does, brother? What does? Is there a signal like is there an analyst signal like on a Motley Fool or the Yahoo Finance or something that you're observing that's telling you to sell, but it still keeps going up? What is it exactly that's giving you the inverse signal? So, but yeah, team, I think the SPY, we're going to just observe momentum right now and see if it still has some more juice to it, right? And see if it can continue. DSR Global, the chart you just showed us on your chart. Sorry, this one for the SPY, or was it the Nvidia one? Was it this one? Or what was I looking at? Nvidia? This one here, right? Oh, you're talking about this? So this is actually a short-term algorithm that this is my reversion variant 1, right? So I replaced this one with the reversion variant V2, which is this indicator now. right? So I was actually setting up the first buy and sell conditions that I had initially. Now, the sell signal that you got here was for a short-term trade that opened up right here at about 9:03, and you got this huge downside, right? So at your discretion, you would just take profit at anywhere you could, but that's why you have the mean, right? So usually when you get a sell signal like this, right, you would look for a retracement back into the mean. So I honestly replaced the buy and sell signals on this. I removed them, in order for us to have a deeper amount of information on reversion variant V2, which now actually includes the 1 standard multiplier, the 2 standard multiplier, and the mean, right? So another thing that I did was to give us when we're critically overextended with volatility. So red means expansion beyond the 90 percentile of volatility. And the blueprint, which you can see probably, it's been a long time since NVIDIA has been contracted. Right here, right? This blueprint here tells you that you are at critical contraction zones beyond the 2% of contraction, right? But since NVIDIA has been expanding and expanding, we haven't seen really any blue reads thus far, right? So I thought that it would be better information for us to evaluate not the sell and buy signals algorithmically, but better by the standard deviation positioning within price action, right? So that's what I currently did here. And I think it's been working out pretty great, man. I do think that this is an important tool, which, by the way, is actually offered to the Arca Bulls trading team when you come in, right? So when you come in and join the Arca Bulls trading team, you will notice in the Discord that there is an Arc scripts, right? So the scripts here is an area that I included to share these indicators with you. So they're my proprietary creations, and I share them with you, right? So when you do decide to become a member of the Arca Bulls trading team, you will get access to all of these indicators, man. So it's really good stuff for us to share similar tools, right? So please make sure to hit that link and join the Arca Bulls trading team. So if you are interested in purchasing the algorithm individually, of course, you can always reach out to me. Please reach out to me at arcabulls@gmail.com, and we shall speak, right? So there is my email. Thank you so much, DSR, for inquiring about that, right? And yeah, it'd be cool, man. Let's you'll be exposed to some really talented traders, including myself, right? We often share exactly what we're trading step by step, the reasons why we're long or why we're short, the whole thing, man. But so Damon is saying it's well worth joining it in so many ways, man. My dude, I can't believe you would say that. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you here. And anyway, team, that is it. Here's the thing. If we do continue to the upside on NVIDIA, which probably is going to happen, or if not, it's already there, trading in the, let me get the 24-hour price right now, right? And we're going to evaluate exactly what it's doing. And that will tell us the probabilities of the open tomorrow, right? So, in fact, it is continuing. Right now, NVIDIA is sitting at 958. Okay, so, oh, dude, wow. So the price action is sitting still 10 points above the post-market close, right up here, right? So let's put it down in there. Let's plot it. Let's see what's happening, right? Let's take into consideration retracement, a fib retracement, right? We'll use the let's see, how can I do this? Why don't we use the pre-market? Yeah, we can use the pre-market high to the pre-market low, because actually, well, I mean, I could consider the opening range high, but no, I'm going to take the pre-market high to the pre-market low, and we're going to set a fib retracement there, and we're going to find out, see what geometric targets we have up there, because we're completely in price discovery, right? So we're currently sitting at 958 right now. So we're just upside of the 2.618. That means that your next resistance could be set anywhere between 966.78 to the 3.618 fib ratio at 975.72. So this could be in a zone for pullback. But I'm gonna share something with you. Okay, so while Nvidia is reaching these insane tops, in a risk to reward basis, Nvidia is starting to deviate away from a sound play, because it is yes, it is to the psychological component, it is pretty much overextended. It is many multiple standard deviations away from a mean reversion. It's in fact, it's not really showing weakness at all. I do think that $1,000 is still within the realm of possibilities within the next 2 to 3 days. But a sell-off at around those targets could be so violent. It could be 2 or 3 daily ATRs. And by the way, let me just remind you what the ATRs are for the daily time frame of Nvidia. So right now, you can see it right in here, right? Let me click on auto so you see how it's expanding, right? This is your average true range on a 14-day close. So on the top left right here, that tells you exactly the value of the average true range on a daily basis. This means that it can move $32 up or down any day, right? So what I'm speaking of here is that if it does reach that $1,000 mark, which by the way, look at the 4.618 at 1,002 with 2 cents, right? So that would be your geometric top. If it does reach those numbers, this has the power to drop 100 points, maybe 60 points. Let's just say 60 to 100 points on one sell-off within a single day, right? So this would be a huge danger to the bulls. Okay, so please be careful trading Nvidia at this point. It is very interesting to observe. And again, I'm saying that there's no bear strength here, right? We're still getting upside bull volume here, right? Completely above the moving average and still showing that buy side conviction, which is just astronomical. So now another kind of hint to give us for potential bull strength will actually be the volatility index, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at the volatility index for the S&P 500, which is the VIX, right? So this is ticker symbol VIX, measuring volatility for the S&P, right? So for Standard & Poor's. So let's go ahead and open up the daily time frame and expand this, right? So let me do something here too. I'm going to go ahead and pair this with the SPY. So let's go ahead and pair that too. And I will mention something because I have been studying this as of late, right? So let's go ahead and let's make these candles, right, on the S&P 500. And here we go. Okay, so yeah, just remember that the slightly more, pastel-ish colors are your S&P 500, and the more neon colors are going to be your VIX, the volatility index, right? So I want you to notice that there is presently an inversion of volatility when it reaches certain points, right? So if we start to measure that like area, like this can be put together into a sort of a chop, right? So I noticed here that whenever the volatility index is below the 16 mark, then there traditionally is bull action, right? So here's the 16, and you can observe that we're getting massive, just massive bullish action, right? So, but then when we're above the 16, like right here, right above the 16, we start getting massive bearish action. So this could be a very good read for us to identify the potential strength or the continuation of either the bull strength or the bear strength in values, right? So it using numbers instead of using like an indicator or using like an RSI or something else. It's just another tool for us to consider directional price, right? So in this case, yeah, the 16 value, 17, maybe 15 and a half value of the VIX apparently is a very strong point and a separating area that really, I mean, look at this right here, right? We're at 14 and a half here. As soon as you start getting this as soon as you start getting this upside here above the 16 range, there you go, right into that 16, you start getting like little sell-offs, right? You start getting those like symptoms of a loss, right? So as soon as you just jump like huge above the 16, look what happens, right? Huge drop off in the price action. And as you drop below the 16 mark right into here, you get that strength to the upside, right? So this is what I've been studying. Again, it's just another tool. So, and it's definitely something that I'm going to be adding here for conditions within our algorithms that we're creating for the Arca Bulls trading team, right? So I will say, yeah. So Joseph, so that would be, it's a volatility index, right? So it's not going with or against it. It's just telling you that at a certain level, there is a diversion, right? So usually when above 16 of the volatility of the VIX, right? So when you go above 16 on the VIX, it looks like we get bearish price action, right? So as long as you're maintaining below the 16, then there is bullish price action. So that's what I've been noticing here and what I've been studying, right? So volatility below 16 bulls, volatility above 16 bears. Right, so very, very cool tool for us to use, and I will be also considering adding this as conditions to algorithms that we're presently developing for the Arca Bulls trading team. Right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just click right on over here into the Arca Bulls trading team server, and I'm gonna, oh my goodness, let's do that again, yeah. And I'm going to go ahead and include an invite right here for everyone, right? So let's generate that link. And YouTube, please consider hitting that link in the chat so that you can join the team right now, right? So really appreciate everybody for coming on by. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's get, let's finesse it so we can get some more viewers, right? So here's a little tip from the Arca Bulls trading team for you, so you can identify strength in the markets for the upside and the downside, right? We are full of these tricks every day, right? So let's go ahead and move on to the next ticker. We need to take a look at the Qs right now, right? Because the Qs have been experiencing massive strength over the SPY, right? So this has been, it also followed our play very nicely, right? So let's pull this up on the 4-hour time frame. This was about 3 days ago, maybe, that we put together the play, right? So this was your option number 1, where we literally said that we would make this drop. Look at it follow the line, right? So it actually came right back down, bounced it from our zone, got that little bit of an upside rejection here, right? Then came down to our inflection point, and look at that candle, right? Almost got that breakout here for a break of inflection. It actually reversed right from our inflection point and continued on to the upside. The targets for the Qs are still set to be determined, right? And this is presently my outlook. I am thinking here that we could get a 450.89 to 454.66 with a focus at 452.78 on the Qs. Now, when could something like that happen? Well, as you know, it's very difficult to time the market, but we can always use mathematics to determine that potential, right? So it is presently gapping up, 444 daily close. I'm sorry, gapping down right now, 445 daily close, 444 24-hour market, right? So it's hovering around the close. So it's still good, right? So we have expanding ATR right now, right? It's set to around 576. We were definitely at 550 yesterday. Okay, so I am keeping a close eye over what the Qs are doing with its volatility expansion, right? So yes, we are absolutely increasing volatility towards an upside, right? We have that upside bias. Daily RSI getting a crossover from the 14-day simple moving average. I understand that the daily time frame does have a little bit of a sell-off happening here, right? But that is because of what we suggested happening 3 days ago, right? That was this impact. That sell-off that we experienced is currently what the stochastic momentum is reading, right? So from this point here, we got a massive upside. I imagine that at the open tomorrow, with a nice little continuation green candle, this stochastic momentum indicator will now correct its pivot towards the upside. Now, if we take a look at our DMI indicator, which is the directional movement index, right? So DMI plus represents bulls, DMI minus represents the bears. When there is a crossover, right, similar to this area here, there's a crossover here. That means that the bears have taken control. The dotted white line tells you how strong the trend is for whomever is leading that trend, right? So in this case, right here, you can see that the bears took over and that trend started to increase, right? It increased all the way up to that 27 mark, right, before it actually started losing strength. So as soon as the bears lost their control, then the bulls took over, and then trend started favoring the bulls, right? So it started coming up. So yeah, anytime that DMI plus is in the lead, this is a good thing, and it's telling you that the bulls are certainly leading. The only thing that I'm noticing here is actually that your ADX, your average directional index, is sitting just below a minimum range. So whenever you are sitting at 25% ADX or average directional index, that would tell you that you're at the minimal read for a strong trend to whomever is leading, right? In this case, we're actually sitting below the 25% mark, and the bulls are still leading, right? So this tells you that the trend is not as strong as it should be, right? So it would be a lot better for us to get at least the 25, but way better at 30. Right, so when we get at that 30 balance, that would whomever's leading on the top, that's a great trend and probably safe to trade that side of the market, right? So keep an eye on that as we do reach these top side numbers, right? Because for now, I get it. You know, we're still creating this series of higher highs, higher lows. It looks, it looks healthy, right? So let's kind of come back here and then open up the 4-hour range and see what we're doing here, right? So, you know what? This was a little bit of an ominous candle. Sure, we got that sell-off from it, and it fully extended one ATR all the way to the downside before it recovered. And this appears to be, let me see this. Yeah, they actually did dive down in the post hours, right? So it did recover just a little bit here, and it's presently consolidating. So let's read volatility and momentum, right? So momentum is showing here that it could be a corrective upside here. It looks like the downside was already done, right? And we're now contracting. So there could be shorts potentially covering from this drop here, right? That could send price action to a continuation to the upside. Still a little short biased, right? But this is your support. By hourly time frame, RSI is what you need here, right? So take a look at this. As this drops, as the RSI signal, cyan line, right, drops into this area here of the SMA 14, you will find support just like you did here. Breakout from the SMA 14, upside, come back, retest that 14, continuation, right? We need to get that validation of support one more time. Now, if we're able to use our discretion to meet what support that is using a 2-hour average timing, right? We can use some moving averages to determine what that support bottom can be, right? Some of the more popular moving averages would be your EMA 9, SMA 10, maybe your even SMA 20, right? All of those, right? So if we're observing here, your SMA 50 is located right down here as a lower potential, right? That's going to be your full ATR downside at 440.77, reaching our support zone again. Right, so now if we do continue to the upside, it would be safe to suggest that maybe your SMA 10 could do it, right? If your SMA 10 is right here at 442.79, let's go ahead and draw a line there and see if that's confluent with anything across the price action, right? So go ahead and just minimize this right here and take a look at this. By hourly gap, right? So there is a gap right here, and the SMA 10 is perfectly sitting right on that gap. That could be an area for us to consider a loading zone, then an upside continuation. But please, this would need extreme validations here, and we would really need to confirm this as a support before we can make a conscious decision for an upside continuation. Please be safe in the markets, because this, if it fails, you are definitely looking at some further downside targets. And I say this because this is not a target to consider as a permanent support or an inflection point of any sorts, right? You would more than likely look at your loading zone again, 440.58 to 439.17 for a full extension downside. Let's see. Joseph is saying, let's come back to the chat. Hey, what's up, options? So Joseph is saying, Arca, I am your student and also in your Discord. Do I get your indicator or have to pay for it? You do not have to pay for it, my brother. Please go ahead and refer to the Arca Bulls server. And towards the downside, you're going to notice an area called Arc Indicators, right? So go ahead and click on ABT Scripts. And under ABT Scripts, you're going to notice that there are around 2 videos. Watch the first video and you'll get the instructions on how to add it to your TradingView platform. And if you don't have TradingView, the link is also there for you to consider, clicking so you can help me out as I am an affiliate for the TradingView program. Right, so thank you so much for the question. What is up, Candace? Hello, Arca. Hey, everyone. Hope you're well. Tonight we are doing very good. Very good day of trading today too, Candace. Appreciate you for coming on by. I'm sorry it's so late, right? So now options, my bro, saying, what's up, guys? Looks like NVIDIA has been performing as I expected. Research the options chain and it will guide you in what's happening price-wise. Money is being shifted over the weekend, so be prepared for this weekend with crypto as money is being shifted as we speak. I completely agree, my brother. I am eyeballing a potential top side for NVIDIA I'm honestly saying a $1,000, right? We could retrace from there a good 2 or 3 day ATR, maybe a 60 to 100 point retrace, right? And find a new support here. But I honestly am seeing NVIDIA potentially going beyond the $1,100 mark, and dare I say, maybe into the $2,000 of valuation. So I just leave it out there as just a grain of salt, right? Do not take that as consideration. Do not take it as financial advice, as you know how that goes. What's up, Danny Gonzalez? Good to see you here. So Joseph saying, I got bummed today shorting SPY. Not sure why. I maybe didn't even follow the indicators. Oh, my dude. Yeah, so SPY continued on, right? We have to be careful playing the downside when we have a charging bull towards the upside, right? I mean, we are literally trying to step in the way of a freight train, and that is not wise to do. We have to make sure to feel these tops, right? Remember, we're getting tops of around 4 when you're looking at price action increase into the price discovery range, meaning that there's no prior supports. You have to play the round numbers, right? Play the 5, the 10, 15, the 20, 25, 30, right? Those are going to be your major pivotal points. So any of those points, you may be able to catch a downside. If you're shorting at 413, that's probably wrong, right? You're going to have to wait for validation of the resistance of the 415, right? Retrace it and then break the 410. That would be your validation, right? Entry at around 408.20. Just to give you a quick little example, right? So now options saying we are taking our money out of NVIDIA. Dude, yeah, that could be it, right? There could be a sell-off at any moment here. And if it does, right now, dude, NVIDIA is sitting at 960 right now. So if there is a continuation to the upside, sure, there could be a bit of a pump, right? Maybe 975. This thing pulls back hard, but dude, the FOMO in this and the open interest on those options are astronomical. And one thing to notice too is the incredible tops of the implied volatility on the options chain. These options are just so massively pumped, IV pumped. The calls, right? The long calls are so massively IV pumped. There's almost not even any room for it to continue, but of course they will continue with price action continuing to the upside. So this tells you that there are probably a crap load of buyers expecting NVIDIA to drop down below $900 for additional entry, right? So any distribution that this thing gets, which would honestly, this is what it's looking like, right? It's going to probably do like some type of Wyckoff distribution here for a macro time frame drop, right? And I will say that you will have bulls waiting right down there yet again, and it'll push this thing up one more time, and probably again, right? So it's just it's I don't want to say a black swan, but it is just so freaking big, right? It's like the like we were joking around today. This is like the NVIDIA 500 ETF, you know, this is the index, you know. Oh, dude. So options is saying this is going to get plugged into crypto, dude. I completely agree. The strength is already showing, right? So I think it would be wise to plug that cash in there before you get a second break of that all-time high 70K right up there, right? And that will present a pretty nice opportunity to take crypto into the 80s, right? Potentially 88. As I do see, you know, with this type of thrust in crypto, I honestly can see a 100K BTC a little faster than I thought. I was thinking 100K BTC November 2025, right? But with this, at this rate, we may even see it within the next 6 to 12 months from here, right? So let's just be careful with what we say out loud. But team, just remember that this is for entertainment purposes only. I'm just a normal dude in a room in my house, right? That's dedicated for studio work and trading, right? Just expressing my personal opinions over what the markets may or may not be saying, right? Appreciate everybody for coming on by. Please make sure to consider hitting that like button, subscribe to the channel, and more importantly, join the Arca Bulls trading team by hitting that link in the chat that I just included for YouTube, right? Thank you guys, everybody. Thank you everybody for coming on by. Let's see what these comments are saying, right? So options is saying the weekend looks like it's going to be the plugging in of mad profits, right? NVIDIA profits into crypto. And I will say that crypto is now breaking now it's diving deeper into the 1 trillion market cap, right? So it's actually moving really fast. And I believe that at the top of November 2021, there was a read of about 3 trillion, I believe, right, in the all-time cap. So yeah, it's got space, right? It still has space to go, approximately 50% of that, and it's already at the top of the prior all-time high. So that, just to tell you, right, that can tell you that this thing could even go another 50% up, right? Meaning 120, right? So just keep that in mind, right? The crypto is very volatile. Please do not over leverage yourself in crypto exchanges, as they will be offering 1 to 200x margin trading, right? So I will say that as you increase your margin, your margin X, right? So let's just say that you go 20x in leverage, right? In leverage. So you would be trading a bound like this, right? It depends on whatever asset you're trading. Okay, so let's just say that this is 20x, right? On let's just say a $5 asset. This is going to be your $5, right? Let's add it like this. And your entry was right here, dead in the center, right? This was your entry. Your 20x leverage is telling you that from $5 to maybe let's just say $6, or maybe even $5.80, depending if you're going short or long, right? So if you're going long and on a 20x, it's telling you that if you drop to $4.20, this is liquidation zone, margin call, right? So you would get liquidated from your position at the break of $4.20, and it'll warn you as you approach that, right? So as you now move this 20x bar, right? So this was the original 20x. If you move this to, say, a 100x lever in that crypto exchange, the space between your entry and the liquidation zone dramatically decreases. So now you're looking at $5 to $4.85 for liquidation and margin call, right? So now imagine you push this thing to 200x, right? That would tell you that from $5, your liquidation zone would probably be around $4.98. So your probabilities here are getting lesser and lesser with huge margin leverage, okay? So this is why you have to be very careful when trading levered assets inside of crypto exchanges. Please be very safe, right? Please be very safe, because this can hand you your ass in a plate, man, and just literally serve it to you. So let's go ahead and take a look. Let's see. Yeah, absolutely. Options also assisted the Arca Bulls with option evaluations. He is a beast. Completely agreed. My brother here, options. He is a very talented trader, right? Then back into NVIDIA next week. Let's go. So in preparation for the meeting on the 18th, is that options? Is that the shareholders meeting? Let's see. We'll probably hit 1200 by next month, and we're already on March, right? I can see that happening, sure. So be ready and mark my words, says options. Let's see, next week. MicroStrategies will run again next week, right? So yeah, that would be with the Bitcoin upside, right? As long as we can get some Bitcoin upside, that would be MicroStrategies going up, right? And I think, isn't SMCI also correlated or connected to Bitcoin in some way? I'm not sure if I'm right on that one, but please go ahead and correct me if I'm wrong, right? So let's go ahead and see what's next here. Next week, MicroStrategies will run right. Let's see, we'll hit $1,200 next month, FYI, guys. Let's see, what up, team? Saying Mark Roach. Mark Roach, good to see you here, my bro. And options is saying once NVIDIA hits the largest company in the world, market cap-wise, then you will see your long-term puts print. But not until then, right? That would be awesome. So getting some several month out puts on this. At those tops, right, around $1,100, $1,200 NVIDIA, whatever that is, there could be some serious gains for downside bets, right? So please remember to be very safe and definitely know try to study what you're doing before you open risk, right? So let's just see. The NVIDIA conference is what options is saying. So it's on the 18th of this month. Nice. What is up, Michael? Good to see you here. And Michael Gill, what is up? What is up? Thank you for coming on by. Appreciate you so much. Options is saying that Kathy Wood will be speaking as well, as there will be a new announcement. So enjoy your money, right? So NVIDIA, yeah, guys, just remember what I said earlier, though, right? Yes, this thing, sure, it definitely has a continuation to the upside, but as far as risk management is concerned, I'm starting to pull away from it just a little bit, right? Because I want this thing, I want to just observe whatever its top is going to be, get that validation of the downside, right, around that target that options is talking about, and then get this thing to pull, right? And then we'll see what's up. So options is saying, and look at the options chain for NVIDIA on 3/22, ironically the week of the meeting, right? Very suspiciously set on the meeting date, right? My dude, huge open interest on there, I bet. Bosco was saying that SMCI is already at 1,200. I completely agree, man. And that's where a lot of volatility comes in, right? So, yeah, but SMCI is nowhere near the weight of NVIDIA. NVIDIA is right now, let's see. Look at this. The capitalization of NVIDIA alone, it's the entire crypto space. That's how big NVIDIA is. It's worth all of crypto. So let's see where we are, right? So let's go ahead and be crypto cap. Let me see. Hold on, team. Nobody there. All right. So let's go ahead and see the, let me type in here, crypto. Did I have that at all? No. Okay, so let me do a new chart here. It's all good. No problem at all. And let's go ahead and type it in and see what this is going to be, right? So crypto cap, I think that would be it. And let's go to crypto, maybe in index. No, I couldn't even use it. Let's see, all time, or is it all time crypto? Let's see, all time crypto cap. So Bitcoin all time history index, that could be one. Let's see. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get this read right, but it's got to be crypto cap. Crypto cap. Let's see. Total crypto cap. There it is. Check it out. This is your total crypto cap read. It is. I'm sorry that this is very small. Let's go ahead and make those lines a bit bigger here, right? We'll put it at 24. There you go. So the valuation of your total crypto cap right now is 2.46 trillion, right? And look at Nvidia's capitalization right now. It's right here, 2.32 trillion. Nvidia is literally worth the entire crypto space. I mean, this is a big ass. So freaking massive, man. That is absolutely something, right? Let's go ahead and look at SMCI's cap, right? It's probably nowhere near that, right? So SMCI's market cap is 64.87 billion, right? And yes, it's presently at $1,200, but it has a lot to do with the float, right? It has a lot to do with the tradable float right here. You have a share float of 47.52 million right now. If we go back to Nvidia, that's where you can see some separation, right? So Nvidia's float is actually 2.40 billion, hence the lower price and the higher cap, right? So that's some very little tiny things. Hey, Jay Abrams, yes, my brother, yes, of course. Let me go ahead and just remind myself here, right? And we'll certainly observe ticker symbol. I remember you asked me yesterday for Palantir, right? Let's go ahead and make sure that we can look at Palantir and get a good read on this, right? So let me go back to the chat here and see what's going on, right? So options is saying that is when we see 30% pullback, but not until then. That would be incredible. 30% pullback on Nvidia, team. That is equal to around a freaking 150 point move. So, oh man, right? It could be huge, right? 200 points maybe. Let's see. Let's come back in here. Option saying Kathy Woods will be speaking as well there, and will be there will be announcements. So enjoy your money. I got you. Let's see. I got Michael in there. Jay Abrams coming up with Palantir just had AIP con today. They're crushing it. Titan contract. Nice. Options is saying we will put back slightly in Nvidia next week before we get another run. So now Alex is saying, "Oh, can we also see AVGO?" Of course, we can also put it on there, right? So let's see right here. So Bosco is saying PBM por favor, right? So let's go ahead and take a couple of these requests. Sure, no problem, team. Let's do this. You know what? Let me not get rid of that. And I will get rid of a certain couple other little things here and there that I don't find particularly useful right now, right? So let's see. So Palantir here, let's go ahead and double this up and add AVGO into the list here. Very, very big asset. And let's see. Here we go. This is AVGO. And of course, PBM for Bosco. Let's go ahead and take a look at these three tickers and see what is good in the hood. Right? So PB... Is that it? The PJM Big Zone? Is this what you're looking at? No. What is it, bro? PBM. Got it. So this is going to be your Science Biomedical. Oh, that I closed my XBI. Damn it. It's okay. It's okay. This is $1.30. Damn. This is what I meant. This is what I meant as a signal for potential sell-off on Nvidia. This is literally doing what I'm saying. But it doesn't mean that it's going to. It only means that it's already experiencing that pressure because it's experienced just massive upside, right? So, when you start getting these huge wicks down and up, right? That's like it's literally doing that in every wick. Right, so that's showing you here that there could be a sell-off in line, or it also could be that it's going to continue to the upside and moon, right? So I'm just saying it's one of those things that we can use as a sign. Okay, now, sorry, team. The only reason I'm looking at PBM first here is because I realize here that Bosco asked me at the very, 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 very top, right, before everyone came in, and I will honor this for him. So Bosco, this one goes out to you, my bro. Okay. Sorry, and then Nvidia next week before we get another run. Thank you, Options. And Options is saying tomorrow we will hit 1,000 probably, though, and lots of us will be trimming our calls with NVIDIA right on time for the weekend. Cash me outside. Dude, so options, I actually noticed in the flow that there was already a major whale that pulled out, and it was a huge ass order. I think it was, don't quote me on this, but I think I saw a 10,000 order out filled today. So, I mean, a big ass whale. Like, I don't know who the hell that was. It could have been institutional, but 10,000 out and it was trimmed. It wasn't even a real position. Like, so that tells you that that position is very much bigger than just that. So I believe you. You're not alone in looking at those targets. In fact, I would be too. The entire FOMO is observing that 1,000 mark. So I'm like, who the hell just dumped out millions and millions and millions and millions of that? I'm like, what? Dude, it almost makes me nervous thinking of how crazy that is, bro. I mean, that's dude, that, like, what? That money exists? Right? You know? It's like I'm over here trying to get some new tires, bro. You know what I'm saying? Damn. So, anyway, so Candace is saying, MNMD had a nice run today also. That's, you know what? I did hear about that too. And Bosco saying, thanks, my bro. Not a problem. I'm going to continue right now for you, my brother. Michael is saying, trust in the boy. Trust in the boy options. What is up, group? Y'all put it together, man. What a group y'all put together. You're saying, man, I hope that I can still keep options, right? It's just some dynamics are not really matching there. I noticed just in another chat. Damn it, man. So I really do hope that we can maintain something right here. But I gotta say, man, maybe options, you don't belong with me, right, buddy? I'm not trading your volume, bud. I'm not trading. I don't have the cash that you have. So I don't know if I'm any use to you. So you know what you're doing, man, and you are definitely providing good information to those who you are with. So, dude, I encourage you to keep at it, right? Keeping on, man, because whatever it is that you're mathing, it's mathing up for sure. Anyway, so let's go ahead and so options is saying, I see a massive 37 million call option that got entered right before the market closed. No way, dude. Bro, can you imagine that person? Like, whoever that person is like, look at my order there. This is I mean, to tell you the truth, man, if I were an institution and if I had that leverage, right, like just like similarly to the things that have been offered to me, I would personally play that. I would play the margin. I would play the margin to favor the side that I need my price to go to. So if I have institutional margin, you best bet I'm putting big bids. I'm putting big bids on top from my initial entry, right? Get the algorithm to focus on my bid, right? Move it up as we go and then fulfill my target based on a geometric retracement. So I don't know if that's what they're doing there, but I can kind of see it being played in that manner. You know, it may not be that he wants to get filled for it, right? He may just want to pressure the algorithm to the upside. And if he does get filled, then damn it, he really is playing the upside. And then he diminished the supply of long calls, which is going to increase to the upside. Man, it's ridiculous. Candace Morrison, options is a phenomenal trader. 100% agreed. Said out loud in the microphone right here for my bro. Right, so now options saying, hey, Michael, my track record has spoke for itself. It's not a trust me, bro thing, and my stuff is backed. Completely agreed. Absolutely agreed, my brother. So let's go ahead and take a look. Hold on just a moment. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay. Got it. Anyway, let's continue here with PBM and see what it has in store for us, right? So, yeah, pretty nice pump to the upside. Guys, please remember, this is one thing that we need to always observe. Long wicks to the upside, bear strength. right? And also this is arguably three very, very similar candles marking off of three rising methods with declining volume, right? So you have declining volume, increasing price, bearish formation being the three rising methods, right? This is a retracement formation all in all. Remember that this asset was at 50 cents just around a week ago. So these microcaps, these small caps, right, as soon as they start breaking into the dollar zone, systematic traders and discretionary traders alike are looking to short this to get it down below $1, right? This is literally on everyone's scan for assets that reach this this valuation. Okay, so I definitely see some bearish formation already. So let's just make sure that we can validate or invalidate that, right? So let's catch this thing with momentum. Let's see what momentum has to say. So momentum on the daily time frame, still a massive upside here. In fact, it's entering the bullish control zone for that continuation, right? So let's see the 4 hour. Right, 4 hour time frame, complete continuation here, absolutely in bull strength. We have expansion, right? This is a whole setup right here. Let's see the 6 hour time frame. 6 hour time frame, same situation. Upside pivot, bullish control zone, and continuation into expansion and volatility and linear. 8 hour time frame, upside pivot in the gravitational zone for a continuation to that upside. And I will say that this is also, now the moving average is about to move inside of that critical expansion zone, right? So now 12 hour, same freaking situation here. In fact, guys, I know that this thing is setting up bearish formations, but like I said earlier, right, there could be a sign for either upside or downside based on that introduction of volatility in the shorter time frames. Now, if we pull up the Arca Bulls proprietary algorithm, right, based on whole clouds, let's go ahead and take a look at this as it is setting a buy signal right down in this opening of this candle here at 79.21, presently sitting at 127, so perfectly read from the algorithm, right? So very nice there. Let's go ahead and consider a few other things here, right? Let's see what the hourly time frame is telling us, right? So hourly time frame is corrective. This is now starting to pivot towards the upside, and volatility is starting to shift again into expansion. So there could be buy side conviction yet again, right? It could be in line pretty soon. Oh my goodness. So let me look at the daily time frame. Yeah, daily time frame. The bulls are about to cross over the bears here in DMI, and you're sitting at 35% ADX, so this is pretty strong for the bulls to consider. I will say that at any moment, sure, it can sell off, right, because it's so cheap, and whoever is in from 50 cents on this thing could easily take profit at anywhere in these targets here. But what I will tell you is that you are potentially experiencing one of the largest actually, it is the biggest expansion phase that this thing has ever faced since its precipice, right? So this thing has been trading since about, let's see, January 2022. And you see there's an expansion phase up here, right? No, it didn't quite get it. This was one expansion phase, one contraction phase, and then this massive monster here, right? So the break of this, I can't even statistically back this. I would need to do this maybe in a 4 hour, not even, oh, hell no. Yeah, I would need to do this in an hourly time frame. And no, it has had bigger reads of expansion, right? But I will say that those reads of expansion have probably led to some pretty interesting price action, right? So let me actually minimize a lot of this stuff here, right? Because it always gets in the freaking way, right? Just like this here. So let's go ahead and minimize it as much as we can and observe price, right? So let's see. In these iterations here, what did price do? Of course, as it enters volatility here, it opened at 974 and it closed at 1036, but it was trading at $10 the day before that. What the hell? That is random, right? Very dangerous ticker to trade, obviously, right? So this was another expansion phase here, right? as soon as you started exiting the expansion phase, which could be, let's just say right here, that could be a condition. Exiting expansion led price action from 1055 to the invalidation right here when we entered at 1060. But if you take it to the top side, that would take you to around 1094. So a dollar move there, not bad. And every single other phase that it broke down, it continued upward. So, and I guess one more thing to look at here for this, right? So let's see. Stochastic momentum during those iterations, where was it? Right, so this first one here, yeah, it was way oversold. It was down there, so naturally that upside would be the bias. Let me zoom in a little bit more. So exiting the contraction phase right about here, you exited, yeah, right here, and then you pivoted towards the upside. And then you got the, yeah, so from the exit, you pivoted, you corrected, and went upwards. Let's see, the exit of this iteration here was complete downside, but it went up even still. So one incorrect iteration of stochastics. This would be your phase right here, the phase break. What did price action do? It continued to the upside. Yeah, right at the break right here. We got very slight downside and continued massively to the upside. So yeah, this is I do think, let me see one more, at least one more, right? Just to be safe. Exiting contraction right here. We had an upside pivot, yeah, from oversold. Yeah, it went up. Let's see, from this point here. Yeah, so opening $6 went all the way up to $7.62. So yeah, arguably speaking, man, this is a technicality here, right? But there is the potential for an upside continuation on this, right? It looks like most of the reads for volatility have been towards an upside. These last two reads were downside though, okay? So not perfect. And what makes this a little bit difficult is that you're sitting in the middle of stochastic momentum. The other ones were clearly all the way either up or down. So this makes it a little bit of a challenge here. Although you're getting this pivot towards the upside, I will argue that this may continue to the upside still. Your daily average true range on this is set to be, let's see, 38 cents. So just about 40 cents, right? So if you can get 40-cent break to the upside, well, what's the 12-hour close? 130, right? So 40 cents, you know, let's see where can it break it? Well, actually, it may break it. What is that resistance? 170 is located at right here. Okay, so I would argue that, yeah, this is your resistance. It's this fair value gap. This is the price imbalance right in here. So let's go ahead and set that. It would be slightly shy of the 40-cent average true range right in here. Damn it. Right there. That would be 159 to 168 if it chooses to go up, right? If it chooses to go down, however, of course, you would just subtract 40 cents to the downside. You have your imbalance support down here at 105, that would be potentially your bottom side support, right? Temporary bounce from this zone of 113 to 111, but your full extended daily ATR would be down to around $1 to 105. So I'm just going to go ahead and set a line right there. And that's what it's looking like, right? This is your area of, this is the area that you would be focusing in on tomorrow within this zone here. So that would be 159 to 168, bottom side of about 105. Okay, but everything is reading a continuation to the upside, man. So congratulations on that. If you did get on this early enough, right? So yeah, it's looking poppy, it's looking froggy, right? So, and yeah, these are pretty nice iterations of higher highs and higher lows. So it's looking good. Hold on, see. Nothing. I keep hearing knocking, but I think it's just my boy getting super pissed over there. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at Palantir here for Jay Abrams. Jay, let me know that you're still in the chat right now. Now, Sebastian, are you talking about PBM? So, Jay Abrams, let me know if you're in the chat right now, buddy, and we'll observe your ticker. So, Sebastian, you're talking about PBM, right? Let's see. Are you talking about the 397? Or you're talking about this gap over here, right at the 111? Because your 111 to 105, that would be your, yeah. So yeah, this gap here, man. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. Gotcha, Jay. I'm gonna look at Palantir right after this thought. Sebastian, I will say that anything's possible in the markets. Just remember that this has a 40-cent average true range. So in order for you to get to freaking $4 from 127, you know, that's weeks of effort. It needs to experience parabolic upside, and if it does experience parabolic upside, the likelihood of it dropping really fast would be just greater and greater. So while I want to say yes, it is a possibility, because breaking this zone here, breaking the tomorrow's daily top of 168, this can start sliding upward. Right? This can certainly start sliding up. There's nothing to hold it back from going all the way up there. So yeah, there is a possibility there. If there is a loading zone to consider here for paper trades, I was speaking of two areas. That would be 113 to 111, potential drop to 105. And if you don't get that sell side conviction, that's because you're already bottoming out from the prior day's low. Prior day low tomorrow will be today's low, right here at about 122. The second potential would be post-market low at about 117, right? So breaking these zones here would introduce one into the next, right? So then you would set yourself at 111.13 just for this is your temporary one, right? Now, the one that you really want to focus on is if PBM does a full ATR drop, meaning a full 40-cent drop to $1 to 105. Right, so that's presently what I'm looking for. I mean, you have long wicks to the upside. There is that probability, right? It could still drop. All right. So, let's see. It could probably do it, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It's very attractive. 256 would be another line in the sand here. But beyond that, dude, there's nothing in the way. Damn, dude. Yeah, that slide up to $4 is almost, it's just these 4-hour candles here, just, that would be incredible, man. You know what? Is the SMA 50 already crossing in the hourly? Or the 4-hour would be the most important, but the hourly is a good sign. Let's see. It is. It has reacquired the SMA 50, SMA 200 on the hourly. Let's see the 4-hour. And also on the freaking 4-hour. Dude. Very cool. Very cool. EMA 200 4-hour resistance 382. Damn, dude. It's already acquired it. And even the 8-hour just got it. 12-hour just got it. Wait, was that correct? Yeah, it did. Damn, dude, that's your 12-hour SMA 50 break. The daily time frame still has massive amounts of time, though. Your EMA 30 is presently being kind of a dill hole right here, right? So, yeah, we're definitely going to have to get over that first. And also, I need to keep in line where my SMA 100 is. I don't see it. It's It's way up there. So let me look at it back over here. SMA 100 support conversion. And yeah, there's the resistance for tomorrow. Check it out. 6-hour time frame. $1.68 at the SMA 100. Literally within a 6-hour time frame. That's tomorrow, I don't know, midday somewhere. After the first hour, 2 hours of trading, maybe. Who knows? But right around there. So I'm looking for a take profit there, right? If you do get that upside, get that upside from the current valuation, that would be almost a 30% trade. Now, if you did get it from down at these levels here, right, that would change it drastically to a 51% trade, and then that down from this area, which is my full ATR, that would make it almost a 60% trade. Damn, dude, huge difference here. I do see that there could be a potential for continuation on PBM, but just be very careful because it's super cheap. Yeah, so that is it for ticker symbol PBM. Let's go ahead and continue here. Yeah, you're gonna wait for the 170 break. That would be the let me see. What the hell's 170 again? Oh, or you're talking about the prior day high at 150. The 167, you're talking about my target. That would be, yeah, it would be you converting the SMA 100 on a 6-hour time frame into support. So if you're going to trade the 6-hour validation of the SMA 100, wait a couple days from now to get that swing validation for entry, right? So you would need to validate 2 6-hour candles, and one of them needs to have a clean closure above the SMA 100, no exposure below it, right? So clean close above that SMA 100, risk on the following day. So maybe a 3 to 4 day effort here, and then you would probably get this thing to rip into the you'll probably gain access around 170, 172, get this thing to rally all the way to 255. Very cool times. Good strategy. What's up, Aiden? Good to see you here, buddy. And Candace saying Finger approved a dividend already, but they haven't said what or when yet. Why? Man. So Sebastian saying it's usually for Finger to be like that, but when it pumps, boom. I'm somehow hoping for $1. Man, I mean, isn't that originally where you went in? Like around 120 or some crazy number like that? Sebastian, you crazy foo-foo. All right, so let's go ahead and continue the analysis here, team. Let's go ahead and look at Palantir for Jay Abrams, right? So let's take a look here. I'm not exactly sure. Oh, Jay, was that my target? Was this my upside target? It was 26.22. Looks like we got that yesterday. And price action continued today to 27.50. Very, very impressive. And and you also got my entries. Damn, boy. Nice, bro. Good deal. Very cool. This was a nice swing. And I guess you're trying to see if there is continuation for this, of course. So let's take a look. All right. Good. Hold on. This makes me a little nervous, right? This makes me feel like it may want to distribute for a little bit before continuing. And the reason why I say that is for the following. Okay, so we're observing here price action continuing above the EMA 200 orange line, right? It's been validating it and using it as support on the way to this top side. Now, you can clearly see how price action was moving up, and now there's a curvature, right? There's this curve happening. Now, with that curve, you failed. See, look, we're above the SMA 50 here. That SMA 50 is the cyan line, right? We're above it, right? Entirely above it. And then we failed it here, right? So we failed it. Resistance of the SMA 50, resistance of the SMA 50. We broke the SMA 200, EMA 200. We're validating resistance of the EMA 200 once. validating resistance of the EMA 200 twice. There may be one more curvature to validate it 3 times and fall, right? So I think this is probably going to revert back for a little bit, and then so it can continue upward, right? It looks like that's what it's doing anyway. It literally looks like that, right? So let me see the hourly time frame on this, and present a little bit of that case, right? So I don't know about that. I don't know about this zone here, right? This was too big of a pullback, but yeah. So you got that massive upside here, retraced into this area here. Now I want you to observe price action, right? Please look at how price action is behaving here. This was a big chop area, right? You want to validate this area. As soon as you validate it, right, you break outside of that chop, and then you experience new highs. So there is absolute reason for us to make that new high, come back and validate the newly converted resistance. We had resistance, get that conversion, right, and then convert it into a support, validate support, continue to the upside. The target for something like this could be 2 potentials, right? You have this as one probability, right? You take the entire width of that channel, and it looks like 2881 could be your overall target. And there is also one other way to see this, right? Because you can see that this zone here of the price action appears to be respected a lot. So if we were to take into consideration that area there instead, let me make it an entirely different color, right? So that we're able to identify it. We'll do that neon or whatever that is. Let's do the neon green. What the hell just happened? This one here, damn it. Let's get that full thickness there. Make it neon green. Okay. So, yeah, this would be the second potential. This width, right? Because you have support here. You have a huge amount of support right down in there. Right, you're hovering around this area here as a 50% retracement between price action down here and up here, right? It's support right there, support. So this is another area to consider as a topside target. Take a trend line, measure that width, apply it to the breakout, and what does that tell you? The target was meant to be a topside of 2762, and price action rejected at where? 2750. Marking off 98% of the move to the top side, the measured move, right? So this is fair. This move is definitely over here. There could be a continuation to the upside short term, 2676 validation here. That would be your prior day high. Get that resistance here, build that head and shoulders formation, then experience the downside. Let's measure the downside based on that potential formation, right? So let's see. It would be something like, I see the regression too, right? So this is presently, let me actually do it from here. There's your regression. This is your head and shoulders. This is your head and shoulders price objective. Applying it to your right hand shoulder would suggest for price action to come back down to a full measured move of 2472, which now makes me feel that there is a bear trap being formed, right? So this is coming down into this area here. This is just 50% of the head and shoulders. This zone, if the bulls maintain this area here of 2543, this has the potential to explode to the upside and inverse the play. So that would be like this, top side of the shoulder, potential top side target to be faced around 2832, and we're looking at, and we don't know how high this is going to, we said it was going to go up to this area here, 2675, right? So let's mark that 2675 as the price action top, right about there, right? So yeah, this is telling you that it would go to 2832 from a measured inverse head and shoulders inversed, right? And the top side of your absolute range is 2881, right? Next thing to maybe consider here would be your geometric, right? So geometrics from this range right on top, right? Your swing range. Get that weekly top, weekly bottom with a fib retracement, just like this, and measure it to the top side and see if we have any confluent targets. In fact, we do, right? Check it out. You always know I always go to that 272 or the 618 target. You're getting 2896 at the 272. You have psychology telling you that 2881 it is, and then you have another psychological metric at 2832. That gives you a range. So that's how you draw your box of probabilities, right? That is where you would potentially be going to the upside if the bulls honor this bull trap, the bear trap here, right? So, but expect downside first. Definitely expect here to drop into 2644, drop into the zone of about 2542. Get that validation here, because if you don't get that validation, sure, you may drop and reclaim the inside of this channel here. But if you do reclaim the inside of the channel, I will tell you that it's not over. There is still the probabilities of bouncing to the upside. Why? Because you would be bouncing inside of the golden pocket located between the 0.618 and the 0.382 Fibonacci ratio right in here. This is a 618 retracement. Okay, so the other one is a 786 retracement, so they're both powerful, but the 618 is more powerful. But just in case, psychology is saying that you're breaking outside of a range and converting that resistance into a support. Okay, so we may actually hover in this area first, maybe get a shakeout, and then bam, to the upside. We don't know, but it's like that. All right, so that is Palantir here for you, Jay. I hope that benefits you, my brother. But I appreciate you for asking, and let's see what else we have. Damn it, Aiden just left, and I was about to read his message. So, I have 20,000 shares of Finger. Let's see, Sebastian's saying 375, 4 seems good. Yeah, so let's see who else. Sebastian is usually, yeah, I saw that. And Options is saying, yeah, they got a AI army contract for targeting systems, Candace. That is so cool. All right, so let's go ahead and continue on with the next request, and that would be ticker symbol AVGO, right? So this was a massive freaking price valuation on this, man. So I mean, crazy. Oh, what's up, Aiden? You got it, Jay. Not a problem, my brother. I'm happy to help. So Aiden is saying, came to stop by. I'm about to catch a flight to Texas for a national tournament, so I may not be around till Tuesday, but good luck tomorrow and Monday, guys. I'll see you guys soon. Dude, have a safe flight, my brother. Please text me if you need anything at all, right? Give me a call if you're feeling lonely. Give me a call if you're feeling whatever, right? And we'll talk. But I'm really excited for you, man. Be excited over this, man. You get to travel. This is good stuff. See the world. Be the world. Experience the world. Options will tell you all about it, man. He's been all around. So yeah, let's continue on the analysis here, right? So this, I will say that AVGO has one of the most aggressive ATRs out right now, right? In these valuations it is, right? So this is 43.12. It's close to NVIDIA's. You got it, Aiden. You got it, dude. No problem. So very nice. Very, very nice consideration here for a continuation to the upside. Daily outside bar and with a new 3-day high or bi-daily high, right? So this is arguably speaking, it looks like a bull flag, right? So just I don't like to really call them like that, right? But whatever. The 12-hour though is presenting a red wick, and it came down to our initial support of 1296.15. I knew that area could be something because there's a chop there, and yes, it reached the bottom range of it right down here, right? So this is it's okay that it does that. It's fine that it does that. The closing periods below 1283 is what I would worry. So this came down to 1280, right? So if it closes a candle beneath that 1280 or 1283, then that's a cause for a downside here, right? So what I'm being shown here is that this is potentially overextended already, and this could be getting ready for a downside. So let's observe something with momentum first, right? So this pivot here is this one right here of the RSI is this candle top, right? So let's match this pivot of the RSI with this top side of the candle, and match this pivot of the RSI down here with this candle. So you can see here that there is a higher high, right? And you have a lower high with the momentum, right? So that divergence, price versus momentum, marks off bearish divergence, right? So you can see that as soon as it printed it on this 12-hour, the next candle literally gave up that ghost, right? So it literally dropped right after it printed that bearish divergence. That is the reason why it fell to the bottom. If there's a fundamental reason, sure, whatever it is, but in my perspective, that's how I see things, right? So you did get that downside. You printed a very ominous candle here, right? It's a little scary. Let me see if it closed below the prior green bar. It would be very unfortunate if it did. Let's see. In fact, no. 1361 close, 1361 low. Okay. It just, the wick is outside though. That's the problem. Because usually when you're getting a formation like this and you print a red wick down there, red wicks can get taken out. And that also kind of invalidates that little wave theory that you had here, right? So it kind of makes things a little weird is really what I'm trying to say. It was in the process of building a potential hourly pennant of sorts or something, right? It could have been a triangle, but that candle kind of undid it. So does this have upside continuation? Oh, in fact, let me see a correlation coefficient against the SPY. How close is this? Because if it's showing weakness, then damn. Let's add that right now. So correlation coefficient against ticker symbol SPY, and let's press apply. And the daily time frame correlation is in absolute correlation. This is AVGO at in the 90th percentile of correlation against the SPY on a daily. The weekly time frame is even higher. It's at 96%. This is completely correlated to the price action on the SPY, and that is likely why you saw this continuation to the upside. We're looking at the SPY here still potentially touching at this top side of 515.77 to 517.31. That means that AVGO still has some room to go, and I will honor my target. My target is 1449.47 to 1449.86 into tomorrow. Let me see the 12-hour. 1361. That averaged, we would have to, let me see where it is right now. Let me see the 24-hour. Cryptic, where's Cryptic? Says DSR. I have no idea, my dude. He's probably already resting. I did kind of start this a little late today, but let me do. Okay. Good God, man. NVIDIA at 956 right now. Wow. Let's see where the SPY is sitting. It is sitting at 515.19. 515. Yeah, it's gapped up. 515.19 slightly, but it is gapped up. And AVGO is sitting where? Let's see. AVGO. That is presently sitting at 1366.59. So it's slightly up higher than the 12-hour close and way gapped down. Did we say that the SPY was gapped up slightly? Dude. All right. The SPY upside it's potentially going to correct AVGO's direction. So as soon as the S&P 500 shows the conviction towards the upside, towards those 515, 517 targets, whatever that was, or 513 to 515 to 517, yeah. As soon as it starts showing that direction, AVGO is likely to follow, and it'll probably go into that right there, right? But remember that if you start the day off at 1366 or 1370, that diminishes your ATR by a little bit, right? So 1370, that would be 1410. So 1410, what the heck is that? Well, if you look at today's high, that's 1414. So that would technically be your full ATR to the upside tomorrow. And now if that happens, then you would potentially be at risk of printing a tweezer top between the two daily candles here. God forbid you printed red and with a bearish engulfing, right? So it's looking a little questionable here. But like I said, if there is further upside and real upside, then maybe in 2 days. What day is it today? We're on Thursday. It's going to be Friday for trading tomorrow. Maybe by Monday. Yeah, maybe by Monday, this reaches these topside targets here. But as of now, it depends on where it opens tomorrow. If we open at 1370, right, you just got that 42 range. That would be, 1410-ish, 1414, right around there. Okay, and now remember that can be full circle too, right? So 1370 can drop 44 points or wherever that is to the downside too. So just practice discretion here. Please be very safe in the markets and don't get your ass kicked. All right, but I think, I think we're looking pretty good. Meta may continue to the downside here, right? It did get a nice little pullback, right? We were expecting a pullback from around 515. In fact, it actually reached all the way to 519.85, marking off $5 or $4, almost $5 beyond its average true range, and then it retraced, right? So we had some of the Arca Bulls members open up risk right at this top side here, and I know that some of them are already in profit. Right, so good deal there. Let's observe how this behaves tomorrow. Okay, so yeah, team, let's see. My chick just told me that I spent more time watching your videos than listening to her. Like I really care. Right, so maybe I shouldn't read those things out loud. I was about to start reading things all crazy right now, bro. Oh my goodness, dude, that is funny as Anyway, my dude, those are my outlooks here for the markets. Good deals, man. Good deals happening everywhere, right? So let's just see how things look, right? Just to keep an eye, man. Keep an eye on that Nvidia potentially reaching that top side, right? So as soon as we start streaming tomorrow, we'll go ahead and retouch this information again, and let some of the members know, right? Like Cryptic Trader and CoinFox, we'll get them to we'll shine some light over what could be the potentials for tomorrow, right? Azhora, where the hell are you? Are you here, buddy? Oh, I don't see you here. Actually, is that? Hey, what's up, Triple X? Good to see you in here, my buddy. I actually didn't see you. All right, so that is it, team. I appreciate everybody for coming on by. Please consider hitting that link in the chat. Come by, right? Oh, that was you, Joe H. Gosh, I thought it was Cryptic. Oh, man. But yeah, consider hitting that link right there, team. And join the Arca Bulls training team. Come by, say what's up, trade alongside some very, very talented traders, right? All right, team. So let's go ahead and sign out here and do the damn thing, all right? Good stuff. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Never, 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 ever, ever. I need you to do your own due diligence and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well and a very, very good night. And I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios, team. Oh yeah.